Ray.
Egon.
And welcome back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek. Joining me as always is Mikey the Freak.
What's up?
And Steve.
Hey guys, what's going on? How we doing?
Today we are going to be reviewing the movie Ghostbusters 2. Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about this movie?
The discovery of a massive river of ectoplasm and a resurgence of a spectral activity allows the staff of Ghostbusters to revive the business. It came out in 1989. This is actually the first movie I remember seeing in the movie theater. I'm sure there were other movies before this one, but I remember my mother pulling me out of school, either first or second grade, halfway through the day. And I remember going to see Ghostbusters 2 in the movie theater. And I remember getting the absolute shit scared out of me in the subway scene and running out of the theater. My mother did not chase after me.
I wouldn't have either.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
And it has a running time of 1 hour and 48 minutes.
Good runtime, actually. That's a pretty good runtime.
Yeah. It's a good one. And I like this one probably more than I like Ghostbusters. I'm not gonna lie, but that's because I have more of a fond memory. It's like Back to the Future 2 over Back to the Future. I just remember seeing that one before I remember seeing the original.
I get you. I get you. So yeah, this movie was pretty damn good. It started out, I think it had a quicker pace than the original movie. It started out a little quicker. I like how 5 years later, only 5 years later, that there's no business for him whatsoever. Like Ray's now working in a bookstore. Egon
started his own bookstore.
Yeah,
it's Ray's Occult.
Yeah, he started his own bookstore.
So he started his own bookstore,
but not on weekends.
Right. Peter, Venkman, he's doing a TV show. Egon's back in school. I love how he's doing the therapy, and he gives the little girl a puppy, and then at the end he's like, "Let's see what happens when we take the puppy away."
The greatest opening scenes with Peter Venkman, where he's talking about the end of the world, Valentine's Day. Bummer.
I always
He's like, could be a Ray, a mind control device, and he just goes right at the camera.
Yeah. I laugh every time at that scene where he's just, he's like, the stroke of midnight, he's like, oh, that's no good for book sales. You have to think about the TV movie. And then if they pick it up, I mean, why not say the world's going to end in 1994? Better yet, 1995. I laugh every time because we're in 2022. The first time I really remember starting to laugh was 2010, and I'm just like, oh my god, 1995. We are so far past
and
that
we
point.
Passed hers was 2016, and I'm like, oh shit,
we're past that. Yeah. I like how he's like, so the alien had a room at the Hilton.
Well, it could have been a room in his spaceship that he made up to look like the Hilton.
And Venkman's like, man. This movie actually had a lot of memorable scenes and quotes. Like the Winston train tunnel. Did you catch the number of the locomotive?
Sorry.
Missed it.
Yeah. Great scene.
He's like, hello.
Winston. And that's just about the scene where I freak out because you have all the heads on the pikes.
Yeah.
And it's when all the heads are on the pikes. I was at it. There was this little dust form of Steven, and my mom was like, Steve, and it just
poof.
I would say that's probably one of the scariest moments of the movie.
Yeah.
That would jump scare someone if they had no clue.
Which
Yeah,
would
that
be
was
everybody watching this
yeah,
for the first time.
Yes. Very, very
absolutely.
true. Yeah, and then there's the Hope scene with the Statue of Liberty. I'm like, okay, you got a Statue of Liberty walking down the streets of New York with all the people around. Somebody got fucking squished. I'm telling you right
The
now.
car did.
No,
Sorry.
because they're just going down the center of the street, and they're
Yeah,
they're they're watch out,
Like they
yeah,
can hear them from
yeah.
500 feet
They
tall.
can't.
With
Well, I
with
guarantee.
music blaring,
Well, I was about to say, I guarantee they can't hear him. All they're hearing is, "You know you're alive, keep lifting
lifting me
me
higher.
higher."
Yeah, great scene, great scene. I like that Lewis finally gets to put on a
Oh yeah,
Ghostbuster
Louis
uniform.
Tully. Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
You get the dancing toaster.
yeah.
that was a good one.
Which when you pause it, you can see the little
You can see the
prongs that are
prongs.
going
Yeah,
down to make
you
it
don't even
sound.
have to pause it. You can see it live. Yeah,
See it pop and it's like ting
yeah,
tong.
yeah. You can see that. Then you have the picture of Vigo, the destroyer. I mean, or is it
Vigo
Vigo
the
the
well,
Carpathia?
Vigo the
Carpathia.
what? It's
Vigo the
Vigo the
Wasn't he
Destroyer, Vigo
also
the
Vigo the
Carpathia.
Butch? Yes.
I used to love your show. Really, what was the other one? Bassmaster.
Bassmaster.
Bassmasters. Yeah,
Bassmaster. A
yeah.
fishing
It's
show.
a
Yeah,
fishing show.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
I know
Bassmaster.
Bassmaster. Good, sure, yeah.
Great line.
Literally, this is a movie that the whole time could just be us just saying quotes from the film, and I'd be perfectly fine with it.
Oh, I really did. And then you got the
Yeah, I know Bassmasters.
yeah, and then you got the what's his name? Not the little short guy with the fuzzy hair.
Janosch.
Janos.
Janos Poha.
No one knows where this dude's from. Like
Hello. Oh, the
his
movie scene.
accent.
I woo.
Oh,
I'm
but
sorry,
I
I
woo,
woo.
I
I
woo,
woo.
I woo. Why you came? Why you came here?
listen here, Johnny.
It-
You have a
it-
green card.
yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna get a green card with that attitude, pal.
I mean, just funny all out. So that's my take
Oh,
on it. Mikey the Freak.
He's
What
your
do you think
race.
of it?
Stick him. That was a good one too. No, yeah, I mean a lot more comedy I think in this one than the first one,
Hmm.
and I think that's why I enjoyed the second one better than the first movie. They were both equally as great, 84, 89. But yeah, the greatest, a lot of the good scenes through there is like, who you gonna call? He-Man,
Man,
He-Man, He-Man.
yeah.
Those are
that was
opening.
a long time running gag with a cousin of mine and I
Yeah.
for a very long time.
And if no one's ever watched that movie, well, they will never get that because you always say, "Who you
Yeah.
gonna call? Ghostbusters."
He-Man.
You go, "He-Man,
He-Man.
He-Man." They're like, "What?" So yeah,
Let's go get a beer.
Yeah, let's go get a bear.
that's a good beer. Yeah, but yeah, there was a lot more memorable lines and one-liners, and Peter McNichol's character as Janos, I think, was very good because his broken English made it more comical.
Where
But
are you from? Where are you from?
Upper
The
West Side,
the Upper
Upper
West
West
Side.
Side.
Upper West Side.
Okay.
It's like okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it just all around still, one of those fun movies and quotable movies. Very more of a not as scary as I think that the first movie might have been. Other than that jump scene in the subway tunnel, which
I
was
think
kind of creepy.
it was. I
That
think
was
the
kind of creepy.
Scoleri brothers was actually pretty damn scary too.
Friends of yours?
Yeah. I think those were probably some of the scariest actually ghosts that we ever see in any of the Ghostbusters. Is the Scoleri brothers seem to be the most,
Mm,
in
Oh,
my
the
opinion.
taxi driver from the first one was pretty.
I was just about to say the
Yeah.
fucking taxi driver.
Okay.
Like 100%.
Where you going?
Okay. Okay, as I said some, I didn't say exactly the
and
top.
the dogs, whatever Sigourney
I
Weaver
don't
and McRick.
Oh yeah,
All right, who brought a dog to the party?
they brought the
or,
dog.
or a bear, or because he was a bear in the first. They said called it a bear in the first one too.
Yeah, all around. I mean, to me all around great movie. A lot of the scenes were great.
Awesome, awesome. So why don't we just go ahead and go into ratings? Steve, how would you rate this movie?
Oh man, this movie is so great. I love it so much. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10
Nine out of 10.
because yeah, lots of great
Yeah.
memories. Once again, great humor, good effects, good practical effects with it that goes
Mm-hmm.
into it, and just all around. Probably my favorite Ghostbuster movie, even possibly over Afterlife.
Ooh,
That's close.
yeah, I got you. I'm gonna give this an 8.5.
Bearded geek. What would you give this movie?
I was waiting for the throw, man. I was waiting for you to throw it to me. So I was waiting. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I prefer the first one over two, but it is like a very slim margin. It's a very slim margin. But yeah, you're right. I would recommend this movie. I would recommend
Yeah.
watching this movie back to back, actually, one and two together. It's a great movie. There's a great video game that goes with this movie as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would definitely recommend Ghostbusters almost anything to anybody. Mikey the Freak, how about you?
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I think it's a solid 9. I enjoy this movie better than the first one, just because, yeah, I mean, there is more memories. I did see this movie in the theaters. I didn't see the first one in the theaters.
Hmm.
So there is always that connection that you have. Um, I thought this movie was a lot more comical than
It
the
was
first
definitely
one.
more comical. Yeah, it was definitely
Definitely
more
more
comical.
comical. The ooze and the slime and how they kind of manipulated it for evil and good. I thought that was kind of cool. Where they actually manipulated the ghost type
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, I think every character coming back was fabulous. I mean, all the actors they brought the whole entire cast back.
Hmm.
So I thought that was good.
Right down to
Um,
Annie Potts.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, solid 9, quotable movie. I
Mm,
recommend this one. I do like the idea if you had the chance to watch 1 and 2 back to back, do that. Then you can kind of understand how they went from, and what they're talking about with blowing the top 3 floors off of
yeah,
Manhattan skyrise. So yeah, that's one of those to where I think you should watch 1 and 2 together to understand it. It's hard to watch 2 without watching 1,
yeah. Very true. Very
but
true.
you probably could. You would just wouldn't get some of the references.
Right.
But yeah, a solid 9 on my part. Absolutely.
All right, Steve. Do you happen to have any fun facts for this movie?
Ah, boy, do I have some fun facts for this movie. I mean, I don't know whether they're fun, but they're definitely facts. The role of Vigo, of course, was played by Wilhelm von Hamburg, but
So German.
all of his lines were dubbed by Max von Sydow. Wilhelm was so upset with it that he left the premiere when he found out.
Oh wow.
That sucks.
Yeah, the only other movie that I remember Wilhelm von Homburg from is Antonio Banderas' The 13th Warrior, and he's in it for like 2.5 seconds. Oh no, he's also in The Mouth of Madness.
And are you talking about the voice
No, I'm
of?
talking about the guy that plays
He was
Vigo.
also in Die Hard.
All right, cool.
He was one
He's
of the.
also in he's in The Mouth of Madness.
Okay.
Fun fact. Fun fact, he's also in Die Hard. The kid that tells Ray
Is he?
that the kid that tells Ray that according to his dad, the Ghostbusters are full of crap is played by Jason Reitman, who grew up to direct Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh
Ivan
wow.
Reitman also put his daughter Catherine Reitman. She's the girl that Egon gives the puppy to.
Nice.
Nice.
Which is why it's even funnier now when he says, "Let's see what
Let's take-
happens when we take it away." The New York officers receive reports that the Titanic had arrived at Pier 34. In real life, that was the ship's original destination.
Oh wow.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
Love Cheech Marin.
Yeah. That was a good cameo. That was a good cameo.
Yeah.
Janine's appearance significantly changed from Ghostbusters to conform to her animated counterpart in the real Ghostbusters. They did a lot with this movie to conform with the popularity of the real Ghostbusters. They changed Janine's look. Slimer is just seen in the the station because in real Ghostbusters he actually becomes like a member of the team.
Team member,
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's that other Ghostbusters where like they have a monkey that's on the team instead. I don't remember that one, but there's apparently a Ghostbusters with a monkey.
The
a lot
real
of these
Ghostbusters animated was good though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these other ones are just very large.
Blase.
Yeah, but no, they're just very long facts.
Oh, okay.
The birthday party scene was shot on the unused third floor of the LA's fire station number 23, where the interiors of Ghostbusters HQ were filmed.
Okay.
So where they filmed the actual station, the third floor, which was unused, they used for the birthday party scene.
And
I don't know
call.
I don't know who Janet.
He-Man.
I don't know who Janet Margolin is, but this was her final film before her death on December 17th, 1993.
She was the attorney.
Yeah, that got turned upside down and dragged out.
At the age of 50.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Did you guys notice that when Ray is at Vigo with that hand thing, that you see Bill Murray do this snap, which is the cue when Ray went and just started staring. When he's actually taking the pictures, you see Bill Murray snap his fingers near Ray's head, and then Ray kind of gets that staring into his eyes.
No, I did not notice that.
Yeah, you'll have to catch that. I noticed that one of the last couple of times I watched it. I'm like, I wonder if that was a cue, like he was supposed to do it off camera, and then they shoot to him like they caught it.
Right before that, you see like Ray do a little thing like that to where it's supposed to be like him looking at it and seeing it, and then they cut to him and he's just doing his normal thing. It's like a little editing mistake or something like that.
Here's a fun one for you. The next time you watch Ghostbusters 2, this might be in the facts, but this is something I caught as a kid. The next time you watch Ghostbusters 2, when they are in the subway and they find the river of slime and they put the lead in and they start carrying and Winston is measuring it, listen to them when they start going and you hear them arguing or scuffling and you hear Winston, and then you hear one of them go Ernie.
Oh, really?
You hear one of them call Winston by his actual name of Ernie Hudson. They say Ernie in the scuffle. You hear them say Ernie, and then he like gets pulled in.
Okay.
So what scene was that?
Is it when they come up out of the thing, or
this is when Winston is measuring 20 feet, 30 feet.
Something's got a hold of it.
Yeah. Hey. And then it's Winston, Ernie, and then they jump.
No, I didn't catch that. I'll have to rewatch.
I caught that one when I was a child on VHS.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I've known that one for years. You can actually see how proud I am. Like replay.
I know something you don't know.
No, replay because you're talking about the thing and it just goes right off. Hey, bearded geek, do you happen to have any movie related items for this?
I do. Thank you for asking. I have some Mattel Ghostbusters, 2 boxes actually, and it's 4 figures, for $380 with free shipping. And I like how it has the Scoleri brothers on the front of it. You could also get yourself a Hot Wheels Elite 1/18 scale Ghostbusters 2 Ecto 1A super rare sealed for $750, and it's $32.90 shipping.
You
Which,
had me until the shipping.
yeah. Well, this one's really going to
Hey,
get
so
you.
this one.
This is a sought after rare pack-in video game Ghostbusters 2 1989 LCD game. Just make an offer, but it's approximately $796.76 with $62.39 shipping. That's crazy.
Had to push that out of my way.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I gotcha.
What are you doing
He's
now?
wrong movie again, man. Wrong movie.
Killing me,
Mikey,
Small.
Mikey the Freak.
Well, it's a great. You don't see what I'm doing, so.
Mikey the Freak. Do you have any
Oh,
related
man.
reels, sir?
Yeah, we've had these characters and actors in several of our movies that we've done in the 80s and 90s because they're 80s and 90s actors. It just makes a lot of sense. First one I wanted to go over was Harold Ramis. He does a lot of behind the scenes stuff, a lot of
Yeah.
writing, directing, producing. So he wasn't in tons of movies. The ones that I really liked him in, it was Stripes, one of the better
Yes.
movies that I liked him in.
John Candy, Bill Murray.
Yeah,
Yes, you're a
another Bill
lean,
Murray movie.
mean fighting machine.
There was two movies. I haven't really watched the movie. I like the movies. I haven't really. I don't remember them in them. Which was Knocked Up and Year One. So
Knocked
he
Up,
played like the
Knocked Up.
dad.
With
Yeah,
Katherine
Knocked Up.
Heigl.
He plays Seth Rogen's dad in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So not huge roles, kind of like father figures, I guess you could say. So a lot of behind the scenes type stuff.
Yeah.
And he was in the new Ghostbusters Afterlife after
Ish.
his death.
Ish.
Technically.
Yeah.
But great movie nonetheless.
I'd go with Walk Hard, a Dewey Cox story.
Yes, he was in Walk Hard. That was a good one. I
Oi.
finally saw it about a week and a half ago. First time I've ever seen it.
Dewey, didn't you hear what I said?
I haven't seen it, so.
No, it's an
Oh, bro, you gotta see it. It's
It
so
is an
good.
odd movie. Holy
Okay,
shit.
I'll check it
so
out.
funny.
It's
I'll
like,
check it out.
what are y'all doing? Smoking weed. I want to try that. Then he tries like every single thing on there. So it was kind of funny. I went with Sigourney Weaver also. We have done her before.
I wish.
I wish.
Amen.
I was just about to say.
I was gonna go into that, but yeah, absolutely.
I wish.
Yeah, you would if you could. You would if you could.
Yes.
Yes.
Alien
And
was
then-
one of her most memorable roles that I liked her in. Of course, she's been in Avatar, a movie called Gorillas in the Mist, also a decent movie. And then she was also in Defenders.
Okay.
So actually, Defenders I thought was pretty good. That's another Marvel thing. And then Bill Murray. So I went with Bill Murray, of course. Some movies that we haven't really talked about. What About Bob? I think we mentioned that. Might have mentioned that
Bob,
before. Quick Change, which we mentioned with him and Gina Davis in the one of our last podcasts, which is actually pretty good. Did you ever get a chance to watch that, Bearded Geek? Probably not. Caddyshack, which we always love him in Caddyshack.
Cinderella story.
One of the greatest,
coming out of nowhere.
greatest movies.
So they give me the Dalai Lama himself.
Right.
Big hitter, the Lama. Big driver.
And the Royal Tenenbaums, which is also him not being a Ghostbuster, but Ghostbusters Afterlife also, which of course he's in, which was great. And he was also in the Ghostbusters female version, which we
They
don't
all
talk
were.
about. We
Yeah,
don't
they all
talk
were.
about Bruno, so we don't like the movie. That movie was terrible.
That's funny because in my house we don't talk about Encanto.
All right, that's all I got. I went with the 3. Yeah.
All right. Well, Steve, where can people find you on your podcast, sir?
Hey, well, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at The Last Podcast You'd Want. That's right, it's The Last Podcast You'd Want. You can find it on every major podcast outlet. That's right. iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can find us on all major podcast outlets. Also, please make sure to check it out. If you like listening with your eyes as much as your ears, you can check us out on YouTube at The Last Podcast You'd Want on YouTube, where it's me doing unboxing videos, or it's me and my buddy Travis doing episodes of the podcast I was just talking about. Tip the veal, try the staff, and we'll see you next time.
I do highly suggest you check out Steve's podcast, The Last Podcast You'd Ever Want. All right, everybody. Since we are coming to an end, please do all the YouTuber things. Give us a good old thumbing. Hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what you thought of this movie and our review. So for Steve and Mikey the Freak, I am the Bearded Geek saying, keep it retro, everybody.
See you.